Ultimate project number 5. Today we're going to be looking at some really nice end zone play from 4 different Brute Squad games. I wanted to do just a project to show good end zone, and then over the next couple of days we'll look at some weaker end zone, some not as good end zone, and try to figure out how we can make it better. But today we're going to look at 4 really nice clips. The first one's from Brute Squad versus Zeitgeist 2010 World Championships. Here it is. I love this clip. One of the best plays of the year from Brute Squad. What I've drawn on the board is the position obviously set up after the block, after Christie's block. Christie makes a cut wide to the cone and scores even though it's off camera. Jess cuts in tight. Hannah cuts wide to pull the defender out of the way. Don't remember if that was VY or Dom. Just sits still there, and the 2 handlers in the front don't have to do anything. And Dory puts the disc right out to Christie. Easy as can be. Love it. Love it. The one thing I'd point out from this is it shows the limitations of filming from a still camera right in the end zone. We've tried a bunch of different things. For me, even though I give up being able to see the sort of corners of the end zone, you can see the whole rest of the field, and for me, there's going to be give and take any way you film. I prefer this this way of filming, but love this play. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, clip number 2, Brute Squad versus Lotus from the 2010 Boston Invite. So just about a year ago from when I'm filming this. I've set up the positions in blue of the Brute Squad players after the first stoppage. You can see our position's actually not all that great here, but fortunately we fall into some nice position rather quickly. So when the disc comes back in, Mo comes back out here to help Chelsea. Kathy comes into the middle. Sarah Cook and Lisa come in. I think Sarah Jacoby backs up a little bit, and you see Christy Kim come in from off screen. So this flips over to Mo, and then Chelsea heads back to the middle. The one thing in this clip I'm not in love with is when this happens, when that disc first flips to Mo, Christy turns back and goes over here. I think if you look at this clip a couple times, you're going to see, hopefully you'll agree with me, that Sarah had that cut there. Sarah's in the back of the end zone. Her defender is probably 10 yards on the other side. Just that's cut wide open for Sarah. In any case, Christy turns around. Sarah goes anyway, but there's nothing there. So the stall is getting high. You'll see Sarah come back into the picture, and one of our handlers, I think it's Sarah Cook, comes out here and gets the disc from Mo. This is there. And at that point, Sarah Jacoby is just wide open coming around, and we score. One other thing to point out here is that both Chelsea, who starts out with the disc, and Kathy, who starts out right in front of Chelsea, do a great job coming into the middle. Lisa Canner, too, comes right into the middle. And they stay in the front of the end zone, out of the way. They don't clog the back. They don't try to cut. They're not doing anything other than clearing space and occupying their defenders. It's a very nice play from Brute Squad. As I said, we start out in really not very good position. We quickly come into a very good position and score very easily. Nice playing, Brute Squad. Next clip. Next clip is from Brute Squad versus Riot at ECC in 2009. Riot's in blue, Brute Squad's in white. We're looking at Riot in the end zone. I've marked the positions of the 7 Riot players right as this clip starts. And you can see that Riot's position isn't really that great right when this clip starts. But you'll see how quickly they fall into a wonderful end zone now. This woman is going to come all the way around and eventually score. Val's going to come to the middle. This woman's going to come to the middle. The woman who initially is over here and starts off screen. I'm sorry I don't know all the Riot people. It's hard to recognize them on this film. So these 3 players come into the middle and do, once again, a wonderful job of just creating space for the rest of their teammates and staying out of the play and occupying their defenders. This handler comes over and then back up here, and this woman comes over for a swing. Riot does a wonderful job here. The disc goes here to here, across to here, and this woman finishes her cut and scores. This is, goes without saying, not the best defensive effort by Brute Squad, but I want to focus on Riot's O here, which is absolutely fantastic. You can see from when I first drew it up, they're really not in that great of a position, but 2 or 3 seconds later they're in a fantastic position, and exactly the right person scores. This woman comes all the way deep to the back. Notice these 3 cutters here don't clog the back, they just stay in the middle. And Val, number 66, the woman in the white hat, who's one of the best players in the world, just clears space. She doesn't try to do anything more than occupy her defender and clear space. It's a wonderful lesson. Very good job by Riot here. Okay, next clip. Alright, clip 4 is Brute Squad versus Bent, Northeast Regionals 2010. First I want to set the position when Raina gets the disc after the huck here. So I've drawn the approximate position of all 7 Brute Squad players at that point. And you're going to see what happens very quickly. Chelsea gets into the end zone. I think it's Dom comes down here to get the disc back from Raina. Viv is coming down the line here, or coming into the middle. She'll eventually get the disc. And the rest of the Brute players are coming into the back. So the disc is going to go back to Dom, who then flips it over to Viv. And let's recreate, let's redraw the position at that time. So give me just 1 second. Okay, so here's the position when the disc, the approximate position when the disc flips back from Dom to Viv right before the scoring pass. So a couple things to focus on here. So just like in the Riot clip from clip 3, Brute's position after this huck has gone from nothing close to being good end zone. Now, and you wouldn't expect to, it's just after a huck. But very quickly, Brute's in wonderful position. As with the clip yesterday, we got to pay a very big compliment to Chelsea here, who does not clog up the back, doesn't let her defender poach, just gets in a very nice position, occupies her defender, which frees up Kathy to go to the corner. And Viv sees this immediately, and well, Kathy sees it immediately too, and it's an easy goal. The only thing to emphasize here that might make this even a little bit better is we still have a couple people coming into the stack when this scores. So just a little quicker downfield, or if you can't get downfield quickly, just stay way out of the way, way upfield. But this is wonderful offense by Brute Squad. Again, Chelsea does a fantastic job not clogging anything up. The people in the middle here do a good job of not getting too deep. The whole end zone is available for Kathy, and we score quickly. So the whole point of these 4 clips today is to show nice end zone O, and I think all 4 of these clips demonstrate that very clearly. As I've done the last couple of clips, I wanted to show one sort of special clip, and that's going to be the Christy Kim block again, because it's so good and the end zone O is so good there. Why not watch it again? Thanks for watching.